Hi, this is Chrissy from the Tiny Bookcase. Welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to do a review of a book I just finished on audio. This book I was listening to on audio for the middle grade March. I actually looked up the book and I downloaded it on my library app. But actually, I did not realize that this author, Reyna Grande, actually wrote two books with the same title. One was for middle graders, and the other is the same story, but it's for adults. So the version that I actually listened to on audio is the adult version, which I wondered about while I was listening to it because I did feel that it was pretty graphic for young readers. But then again, I had looked up the book and it said it was for middle graders, so I just assumed that maybe I was being a bit critical. Although later on, after I finished the book, I realized that it was an adult version. So at the moment, I've just begun reading the middle grade version. And that one I think is an actual book. Um, so this book is it's the title is The Distance Between Us, and it's actually autobiographical. Sorry. So it tells the story of the author's life, Reyna Grande, and it's about her journey as she became a citizen in the United States. She was a legal immigrant, and um, her parents actually came across to the United States, and eventually she also came across to the United States illegally, but eventually she did become a citizen. So this story talks about her personal experience with being an illegal immigrant, as well as her family's journey and how the events affected and shaped her life. It's pretty it's pretty hard at times. The story I felt very emotional at times. It's a very hard topic, especially for myself, as my mother is from Mexico. She is a legal resident, but um, you hear so many stories of illegal immigrants. And since I do reside in Texas, it is a very hot button issue in our community. Um, at the moment, there are several hundred children that are still holed up in detention centers because they are still separated from their parents due to being brought here illegally by them and because of the former administration. I do not want to make any political statements, only that it is a very hard topic to at the moment, and has been for several many years. Um my mom's family came here legally, and so I can't understand exactly what Reyna's family went through, although, you do hear many stories, especially living so close to the border. Um, I believe we're like the closest border, I think, is like 3 hours away from San Antonio, where I reside. But that said, it was very eye-opening. I've been to Mexico when I was younger with my abuelita, and I've have had family that live across, but never had I experienced the the type of experiences that Reina Grande describes in her story. It was very hard to hear how such a young girl and her siblings could go through what they went through. It was very emotional and still is. Um, I apologize, but it was a very hard book to get through, especially to hear what a lot of these children go through, and just that the journey across and after they're here, how much how difficult their lives are still. I recommend this book to everyone. Actually, I gave it 5 stars on Goodreads, and I'm very happy that I did read this book. I've always had a certain view, and after reading this book, I my view has not really changed. Um, Again, like I said, this is my opinion. I don't want to be political at any in any way, but I highly recommend this story of Miss Grande. It was very moving and very informative, and you really feel like you've been on this journey with her. It is such it. I can't um believe a lot of what she had to go through with her siblings. Basically, her father had come across at some point in time, and the story starts with her mom's journey to go across, where she leaves her children with her mother-in-law, her husband's family, and they're very upset because they don't want her mom to go, but her mom thinks that this will be the best for them, because if she can go across, that she can help her husband in earning money to send back, because their father, Reyna's father's dream is to build a home in Mexico, and so that his family can have a permanent home that is of good quality. And so this is how the book starts. And so you see how these young children are ripped from their parents, and how their lives are. Even though they're living with family, it is hard to be away from your parents for such a long time, and it's years before she sees her mother, and more years before she sees her father. And during that time, she has had so many hardships and experiences being separated from her parents. Eventually, her mother moves on again and leaves her children, Reyna and her siblings, with their mother's mom at this time, and they have to again go through the separation from their mother. She does return, only to move out again, and eventually her father returns, and they are able to join him in living with him, and he is able to get them across the border, and they live with him and his new girlfriend. It's not easy, their lives when they come to the United States. It is pretty traumatic, their experience. This book talks about how the journey was across, and how they had attempted more than once, and also how they transition into school. Reyna always has a determination to gain some close relationship with her father, and for her father to see her and be proud of her in her achievements in education. And it does not only deal with the illegal immigration, but as well as abuse, because there are abusive subject matter in this story. In Reyna's short life, and as well as her siblings, they've experienced so many um, emotional stress, and I my heart just goes out to what she endured, and what so many children in this situation endure. And it was very eye-opening to learn what occurs in these children's lives, and to just take a step back and put yourself in their position, in their shoes. No child should have to deal with all that these children have had to go through. It's hard enough to be a child, and hard enough to just get through schoolwork. I mean, it's difficult when you're dealing with all these other things as well, and also always fearing that you're going to be ripped from your family. So again, it was very moving, and I just recommend this book highly, and as well as maybe even for children to read for the middle school version. I'm reading this story now. It's going a little slower because since I have already heard the story in audio, it's kind of triggering for me to go through it again, knowing what is going to happen. So I'm going a little slower, but I definitely recommend this book. The Distance Between Us by Reyna Grande. The cover of this book is different from, this is the adult version, so it is different from the middle school version. This is the middle school version, so you can distinguish them when you look up the book. So again, I don't want to get political. This is just a story that I came across when I was searching for books to read for middle grade March. It was a very serious topic that I did not really fully grasp until I started the book, but it is the story of this author's life, and it is very compelling, and again, I recommend it. I appreciate you viewing my video, and thank all of you who have stayed to the end. I hope that you will look for this book and read it as well. I think that even though there are very hard topics in this book, that you will also feel as I do at the end. So thank you again for watching my video. I hope that you enjoyed it and found it informative. And if you are ever so kind to would like to subscribe, I would truly appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. And until next time, take care and God bless. See you again soon. Bye.